back with the Margins podcast, where we talk about books. A lot of books. A lot of great books.
All the books.
All the books.
The best books.
The best books. The ones that leave a mark. Like, start a conversation. Mm-hmm. A little back and forth.
Yeah.
And stay with you long after the last page. Kind of like Twilight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm one of your hosts, Stranton, and along with me, my co-host,
Cristiano.
We're back, guys. Back for another week. Highly anticipated book. One that many of you have, I've already seen y'all post. It dropped for us last Tuesday. For you, last Tuesday, if you watch this when the episode releases, as you should. But that is what brought us together this beautiful Wednesday night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. So, guys, today we are covering Alchemised by SenLinYue. This book, Stratton actually recommended, and it was a read.
Yeah.
If you're not bookish,
Yeah.
I do not recommend this for the lighthearted.
No, not for the faint of heart.
It's a not just because of the length. I think that's the first thing that people kind of would shy away from. But honestly, the content of the book. There is a disclaimer.
Yes.
Right.
Amen.
So maybe we should start with that.
Yeah.
But this book it's basically a wartime book. So all things you would expect in a wartime book. So disclaimers of sexual assault, torture, prejudice, religious persecution, or differences, however you want to say that. Am I missing anything?
Fluff. Oh, that's not one of those. Just kidding.
A little bit of fluff. A lot of bit of fluff.
You know what? But Senlin, you brought a lot of joy to a lot of people.
Yeah.
We know about Manacled. Neither of us have read it. We went into this asking the question, do we need to read Manacled in order to jump into this? And it was a raving no across the board. Everyone said, go for it. It's only going to confuse you. So yeah, I don't know what the case would have been had we read it, but we will be at some point going back and reading Manacled. Not to, I guess we can't even officially, I don't know if we're even officially allowed to. Allowed to is kind of, who's breaking us down.
Right.
But even to get to that book, we will dive into Manacled, but there's no way to obtain it on the interweb. Unless you go to the dark spaces. Yeah, exactly.
SenLinYue, send a copy.
Yeah.
Send us a copy. But yeah, so today we're going to be discussing Alchemised. And before we get into the book, as usual, how you doing?
Who, me? I'm glad you asked.
The one, the only.
The one, the only. Let me think about that. I'm feeling pretty good. Anxiety levels have been high the last couple weeks.
For the world. That's been going on.
Oh, I mean, that's not... taking it into the world and, just, general news and everything. Oh, that has been going for a while now. For me, though, had some great weeks. I've shared it in the past. We had a couple great weekends. This last weekend includes that. Good family time, good times with friends. Max I was, doing the cliche thing of, I believe I was on my phone and I look in my peripheral, I could see someone moving across the room, and Max was using his walker and walking across the room. First time. Yeah. Independent man. And he's been doing it ever since. So super proud of kiddo. But yeah, he's moving around.
Those milestone moments come quick, and they just, once they start.
Yeah. Well, I had, I'll tell anyone who's out there thinking about being a parent or just started or whatever. But as soon as you think you know their schedule,
switch it up on you.
Yeah, switch it up. So I was like, oh, he's doing 3 bottles a day. I switched him to 1 nap, just that big one in the middle, and, this whole thing. And then I realized, I think 2 days ago, I was giving him some thought because I was like, dude is napping more. And I was like, oh yeah,
growth spurt.
He's moving more.
Yeah,
he is like staying on his legs, like standing throughout the day. So I'm sure the kid is just. I mean, he's also losing a lot of his baby fat, like the pillow top.
You go through like not you.
I went through it. And damn near all of you went through it.
But there is like this moment where they go through this growth spurt. And it's around the time that they start moving a lot more, and they'll sleep multiple times. You can put them to bed early. You can put them to bed for extra naps. But like in that growth spurt time, their mind is also expanding, so lots of sleep is needed. Yeah, and food. And
he said, "Hey, it's 3 a.m. Time to get up." So we ran that. Got him a bottle. Knew he was hungry. It's like, oh, he's burning calories like crazy. There's also things that are like, I called Cristiano on this because I was dumbfounded. He is now 14 months. He's going on to 14 months in the next couple days. I have been sterilizing his bottles every night after single use.
So dedicated.
You can stop after 3 months. Well, at 3 months you can switch it to once a week. Nobody told me. No one told me. Not this guy. No one in my family. So yeah, Rachel and I have like begrudgingly every night like rock paper scissors or like who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do all the bottles? And all the she stopped pumping recently, and so we knew we didn't have those, which that was a whole nother thing. But yeah, everything else is good. Working out, I know I've touched on this. I'm on week 8 of an 8-week program. Staying solid.
Awesome.
Yeah, feeling good.
You're pretty good at that, like staying disciplined and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah. Down I think just over 10 pounds from when I started, so 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, feeling good.
Awesome.
How are you? That's what everyone wants to know.
Could be richer.
Oh. Not me. Wallet can't take it anymore.
Yeah, rich as fuck, bro.
So rich, dude. I'm so rich.
But, it's good. Won't lie, though. Challenging week in the sense that my fucking house started to smell like burnt electrical randomly at like 2 a.m. So I get woke up.
Oh, that's great.
It's like...
You're like, am I having a stroke or is there something wrong in the house?
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's a thing.
Figured out or no?
Yes. So I have this small tangent, guys. So I have this plug which tells you, it gives you like a code. You plug into sockets and you see kind of what's going on. But basically, there is a circuit that burnt out the neutral. Like the neutral wire burnt out. So
that thing is just a hot wire right now.
And it stinks. So the goal, we turned off the breaker. What we think is the right breaker because it's an old house. So we have to find the entry point to that circuit and try to replace that neutral, which is above my pay grade, sir.
Yeah.
So I'll have to tap into someone else's pay grade.
Yeah. I know a couple electrical companies that you can hit up.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe you can send me a couple references.
I got you. I got plenty of references.
But so yeah, we've been dealing. Other than that though, it's been chill. Life's good.
Yeah.
Life's good.
Good.
There's a book which I'll have to find because I just heard about it today and it was in passing, like in like a 20-second reel. There's this guy I follow who does like scientific videos. He's an astrophysicist. And he recommended this book, which I will look up and tell you guys, and I'll tell you. But I really liked the quote that he was saying because it's just useful, at least for me, where I'm at right now. It was about your attitude determines your quality of life in a certain way. Like Absolutely. How the world happens to you and how you happen to the world. One of the foundational or key things is your attitude and your approach to it. So, and when I heard it, I was like, man, that's exactly what I've been trying to internalize. You know, like although shit can be up or down, trying to find this recipe where it's determined by how I approach it. You know, meaning that I want to be better at that. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
that's crazy to hear from me. Like you and probably one other person, my buddy Nick, who you've met, who used to be a roommate of ours. You both have always had like this optimistic point of view, or like whenever anything I've told you, you're always the one, not to play devil's advocate, but to try to find the silver lining or, you know, be the hopeful, you know, to the point of annoyance. So it's great. It's always good to hear, like, even those that you look to be like, are like still working at being that, you know?
Always room for improvement.
Yeah, always room for improvement. Did you catch... I don't know what the name of if it was for a specific podcast or if it was just a roundtable.
Yeah.
But the one with Kev was on it, Jonathan Majors.
I caught a piece of that.
Was it the read the Bible again?
Yes. Read it again.
I meant to ask you before even the podcast. That was something. Talk about Jonathan Majors roundtable. Kev, what's his full user?
Kev on stage.
Kev on stage.
Yeah.
Read it again.
Read it again. And that was I loved it though. I loved it.
Me too.
I have to rewatch it because I think that those kind of conversations are.
I know.
Important.
I want to listen from beginning to end because I did listen to multiple clips of it. Not just that one. I actually hadn't seen that one, and I saw that was the one that was trending, which I was like, oh man, they had really good conversation. Apart from that, it's just the clickbait that's going to be the one that's going to pull everyone in. You know?
Of course.
You know,
NLE Choppa, that's yeah.
Not
because he's in his Tupac era right now. So
read it again. Oh man.
So I know we have to jump into the book.
Yeah,
but I've been wanting to talk to you about this. I was like, I'll tell him about it when we record. I randomly start watching this new anime.
Does it start with a G?
No.
Okay.
I watched that already.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I watched that. It's good. It's good.
That's what I've heard. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not better than this anime. If you guys have not watched To Your Eternity yet.
Oh, I've seen that. I've not watched it.
I just started.
It's not new.
No.
Right?
No, it's on the 3rd season.
Yeah.
I started it randomly. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, and I watched like a lot of random anime, and it almost never hits me like this. Bro, emotional,
genre,
emotional. It's tough. I don't know. I don't even know where it lies.
It's like fantastical, or
it's definitely fantastical. It's definitely fantastical. To give you like a quick synopsis of it, very very quick synopsis. There's like a figure, you can call him God. They don't really say his name. But basically, you don't really even see him until a little bit later into the 1st season. But he starts off by dropping a ball, like a thing. He puts it into Earth, and as time passes, it sits by a rock. It becomes that rock. More time passes, a wolf comes by and dies right there. It becomes that wolf. More time passes, the wolf, he finds this local village that's right there. He befriends this boy who's waiting on his family. This family, like, walked out of the snow to go find a better place, you know, that they can actually grow food and live. They actually all end up dying. Sorry about that, but you find it out later.
I shouldn't have asked what happens to this anime. This man spoils everything.
Yeah, you shouldn't ask me. But anyways, without going deeper, just know that it's about life. To Your Eternity is about life, how you approach it, the tools you use to grow through life, loss. Yeah. It's about loss, the positives of loss, the negatives of loss. It's hard to. It's about life, bro. It's a slice of life, but it's like it has action, a good amount of action.
Oh damn! Did you almost rip? In the beginning, an orb is cast unto earth. It can do two things: change into the form of the thing that stimulates it, or come back to life after death. It morphs from orb to rock. then to wolf, and finally to boy, but roams about a newborn who knows nothing.
So basically, like, he's learning how to be.
Fushi.
Yes, which is a derivative of immortal, because he can't die. He dies a lot, but he can't stay dead. And
ReZero.
everyone up, it's not. This is better than ReZero.
Solo leveling.
This is better than solo leveling.
Oof.
This is definitely better than solo leveling. Just watch it, bro. Watch the first 3 episodes and tell me what you think. Spend an hour and a half without the intro, no ads, no nothing. You're really spending like an hour.
Okay.
On 3 episodes.
I'm gonna do. I want to do that one, and then I want to do. I want to start that G one because I heard that one's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then My Hero is back for the final season. So
Yeah.
I know your thoughts.
I read the ending already.
Did you read it?
Shit.
Did you read it like you read everything?
I didn't read To Your Eternity.
Good.
But this is...
Because it ends like this. I know. It wouldn't even faze you. That's the thing.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't even faze you. Between the Wines.
Yes.
This
what we got
week,
today?
we have Figment. And I found this gal at Trader Joe's.
Shout out to Trader Joe's.
Love me some Trader Joe's. Yes, but Figment is a red blend. It is 13.5%. I know we don't usually go and say that, but might as well tell you. Like the patterns of a tapestry, rich flavors and evocative aromas are woven together, creating a dark, velvety texture to experience. The ripe blueberries and plums. Oh, blueberries and plums. I was telling you that I tasted that. That stain the glass are no illusion, while pipe tobacco and exotic spice unwrap to unveil a plush and succulent finish. Bruh.
That description is crazy.
Got it. Damn.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Figment. Check it out, guys. $7.50? $5.50? One of those 50s.
Guys, it was $5.58 at Trader Joe's. But I got it, not because I'm cheap, which I am.
So red blends tend to sometimes be sometimes a little bit sweet. This one, I like how it's kind of sits in that.
Velvety.
Yeah.
Dark. Exotic. Yeah. My dyslexia definitely read, I thought it said erotic spice unwrapped. And I was like, oh, damn. I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Between the Wines. Ooh.
What do you got for us?
Which one of us do you think would last longer under interrogation?
Me.
You. You. I'll tell you right away.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was gonna do these social trends. The 2 options. We aren't gonna do them every week, but I just thought I would share them anyway. Memory redacts. Each host tells a short story but censors one detail. Ooh, I don't want to do it. And the other option was Lost Chapter. Each host names one part of their life that feels like a missing chapter.
How about this?
Yeah, please. Option
off the
C.
Yeah, option C. Or option D. However you want to say this.
I don't know why it has to be a D.
Would you rather... Like, this is on some 51st dates kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather lose your memory, then get it back after, let's say...
Creating a life?
Yeah. Right? And now that life has now moved on, but you get that memory back.
You got the partner.
You got
the possible consequences of having a partner, which could be kids.
Right.
Could be furry babies. Could be a lot of things.
Or to make it even more simple, that partner dies. And you get your memory back after they die. And then all the memories come crashing in. Like, oh, fuck.
Before them?
This was my person.
Oh.
Before and during. And you don't get your memories back until after they die. Would you rather have something like that happen?
And you weren't with them when they died?
You could be, but your memories don't come back until after they die. Let's say the reason why your memories came back, or the catalyst of that, was them dying. Let's just make it super extreme.
But what memories are gone if I was with them up until they died? Were they naughty?
The memories of who they were.
Oh, so they could have been bad.
They could have been. You don't know. Good. You don't know who they are. To you, think like dementia. Like, you know how dementia, like, they will randomly forget who a person is in their life. Yeah. So that's the second part of my question, by the way.
Okay.
But anyway, so like, first part of my question is just pulling from this book. Would you rather like wake up, not have your memories for like the last 2 years?
Yes.
Or for you guys, 10 years.
Yeah.
Right. And then you get them back after your partner moves on. They can go be with someone else or passes away. Whatever. Just something tragic happens to where you finally get them back, but you can never reclaim that moment. That's my main point in this first part of the question. You cannot reclaim that moment, because I think that's a huge part of what we're getting at here. Or...
Yeah, what's the or? Give me the... What's
or,
the or? Yeah. You have fingers for legs.
Oh, yeah, right. Or would you rather be the person that has to handle the person who has memory loss?
Ooh.
So either you're the one with memory loss,
B,
or you want to handle the person with memory loss.
I'd rather be that.
I would rather A.
Yeah, I'm. Maybe it's the people pleaser and like worrying about the other person. I'd rather take that on. That's not me being, oh, I'm a hero on this at all. Not painting that picture, but just I think I'd rather be in the know.
Is one of my biggest fears is dementia. I am absolutely afraid of it.
Anytime a name doesn't come to me in under 10 seconds, I'm freaking the hell out.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm like,
But I think that it's the same coin, and it's just as devastating to be the person forgotten about.
Oh, yeah. I get those videos on TikTok.
And like, because you have all the thoughts, you have all the feelings, and like there's this immovable situation in front of you, right? Where you, no matter how hard you want and wish for it, that person can never recall you as you were in the way that you remember your relationship, you know? And I think that that's such a powerful and damning feeling, you know? I would probably want to be the person who forgets, because it's a little bit more, I think it's easier on them. Like, it's hard on anyone. It's hard on everyone. But like on some Benjamin Button stuff, you eventually become that baby to where, yes, it's a slow drip. You know, you kind of lose yourself, which is sad. But eventually, you're still yourself. You just don't remember the stuff that you used to be.
The only thing that I will say about that is that I have seen, both in personal and online, that sometimes those people get violent and even self-harm because of the stress of not knowing. Like, it is a common thing.
Yes. I don't know if that would change my mind, only because those things correlate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Causality, people are violent and self-harm regardless. You know, you could take the same situation and it could be like someone's grandparent that they were raised with that ends up forgetting them, and now they want to perform. You know, like, there's a very stark and very clear correlation. So I'm not disagreeing, but I do think that that's not self-evident. Like, you know, that can happen in different situations.
Yeah. It's not always I wouldn't even go as far as to say an outlier, because I think it's more common than being just an outlier.
Yeah.
But it's not the rule.
And also, I think that it's such a with all that's lost, who cares? Like, you know, if that, like, not saying who cares about someone being violent or self-harm, but like the biggest, at least personally, I think the biggest tragedy is that this person can no longer remember who they are.
Yeah.
And that their loved ones who have to walk around with that weight do. And that connection can never be the same that it once was.
Yeah.
That's the reason why if you see someone who has like dementia or Alzheimer's or something, and like they can still play the violin, that is the power in that, and that they lost so much of themselves, but they retain this sliver. Yeah, I definitely, as sorry as I am to say it, I would want to be the one who forgets, only because to live with the pain of not being like, and I mean it's like in a very extreme situation. Like if this is your person, to lose that is insane.
Yeah.
And then you still have to live on. The hardest part about like people dying is having to live on.
Yeah.
And feeling like this is from a personal experience, like not feeling like, I'm not gonna say worthy, but you start to feel like, damn, why is this person? Why am I? Why is this? Why did this person who was so great, who had all these things, pass on? And then I still have to, you know, I still have to carry this on, this weight.
I get that.
I think that the hardest part about death is that you still have to live. So in that same vein of thinking, the hardest part about remembering is the remembrance of it, you know, and then understanding of all the things that are forgotten.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my take on that.
Well, that should have been one of the 5 hard questions. There's one similar to it in it, very different, but in the same vein.
All right, now we're getting into.
Oh, it's not a prequel, guys. It's not a prequel. Don't call it a prequel.
Don't call it a prequel.
Don't call it a prequel. But as we mentioned, SenLinYue wrote a fan fiction. This will actually more clearly explain it before I try to stammer over it. Manacled, first serialized on Archive of Our Own between 2018 and 2019, became one of the most famous pieces of Harry Potter fan fiction. A dystopian Dramini. That is Draco and Hermione for y'all. Retelling that mixed war, captivity, and The Handmaid's Tale style forced surrogacy. It exploded in popularity through fandom circles and later went viral on Book Talk, amassing tens of millions of hits. When SenLinYue transitioned to traditional publishing, Manacled was removed from AO3 in January 2025. In its place, Alchemised, a reworked novel that cut over 50,000 words, stripped out of Harry Potter IP, transformed the world into one of necromancers and alchemists, and reframed the controversial surrogacy into a paid repopulation program. It's not a debut novel. It's a case study in how fan culture can mutate into mainstream literature while holding onto its emotional core. Guys, I am the one who chose Alchemized for this week.
Yep.
I went
You did.
blind and was like, this book is supposed to be like Harry Potter.
He fucking did tell me that. And so, you know how long it took me to just be like, this book is nothing like Harry Potter. Eventually, I was hoping and hoping and hoping.
Show me a wand. Show me a wand. No wand.
I'm like, who the fuck is Hermione in this book? Like,
is it Helena? Is it Helena? Guys, both answers are acceptable.
Yeah.
About how to pronounce them, not about whether it's Hermione or not.
Yeah.
But yeah. A couple bullet points that up. Manacled, Hermione, dystopian fanfic.
Or Dramion.
Dramio. That's a great callback. Dramion. But yeah, Alchemized is the child, the product of Manacled. It's what surpassed it, what it evolved into.
What it evolved into, yeah.
Yeah. It is the Raichu to its Pikachu.
Yeah.
So,
or Pikachu to Pichu. Because, to be honest, we could have lived our whole lives and never known about Pichu and it would have been just fine.
bro, I didn't know about Pichu.
No way.
Still. No, I didn't know there was a Pichu. I swear.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know there was some. Why was Ash given 3 options and Pichu wasn't one of them then?
So Pichu is the unevolved. Pikachu is an evolved form.
Then what's unevolved of Squirtle?
No, Squirtle is the.
So he was given 3 options and one was already evolved?
Yeah.
Man, plot armor.
Yeah. If you put.
Damn, I didn't know that.
You play like the old school Pokemons.
Yeah,
and
Red, Blue.
And you put the Pikachus into the daycare. You come back after a couple of days, there'll be an egg, and that egg will be a Pichu. Someone needs to go back and play their Game Boy Color.
Yeah. Damn. That's messed up. That's messed up. Well, anyway, as I was saying, Alchemized is the evolution of Manacled.
Yeah.
And again, at the top of this, we said that, someday we might go over it.
Yeah.
It is off the shelves. It is not available for purchase online. There is a very clear line with fan fiction that is not supposed to be crossed, and that is why when SenLin went and signed with publishing, they decided to, or they were told, I don't know what the exact, but they decided to take it off the shelves, pull it. So if you have a friend that has it, read it from them. If you can find a copy, read it. But
to be honest,
you shouldn't pay for it.
You don't. If the goal is to get to this book though, Alchemized, you don't really need to
skip it.
Yeah, you don't need to read Manacled.
Bop it.
For what it's worth, this could be its own world. Alchemized could be 2 books.
Yeah.
It could have been 2 books.
Yeah, could be 3.
Could have been 3.
Could have been 3.
So just to get into, just give you guys I'll give you like a micro synopsis, and I'll try to break it down in like my own terms.
Let's get into that bread and butter of this book.
So Helena.
Yep.
We'll call it that. Helena Marino, once a resistance alchemist, wakes up and she's imprisoned with her memories wiped. She's a prisoner of war, guys.
POW.
She is subjected to experiments, and she actually sees her former rival. His name is Cain. Farron. And he's known as the High Reeve now. Just a little bit of time has passed since she had the blip. And so basically, she must recover what she once knew and why it was stolen. Her body is taken and repurposed by the state. Her choices are erased. But her fragmented past may be the weapon that reshapes their future. So... yeah, that's a sweet way to put this book.
That's short
lipstick
and to the point way to put the book.
Yes. But yeah, so this is Helena Marino. She is a POW. She's a POW. She's a prisoner of war. The book starts basically as the resistance loses their war. And so it's a telling and retelling of that framework. So I want to say for 55% of the book is that, and then you go back in time for like another 20% so you can get some backstory, and then you come back to the present. You go back in time, let's say 25%, and you come back for the rest. Author insight.
Yes.
SenLinYue is from Oregon in the Pacific Northwest. If you guys don't know where Oregon's located, I'm sure you do. They first built a global readership with Manacled, which Stratton just went over, which became one of the most popular fanfics of all time. With Alchemised, their debut traditional novel, they pushed those same obsessions, memory, coercion, resilience, obsessive love, into an original world. They described the rewriting process as liberating but difficult, liberating but difficult, comparing it to rebuilding two puzzles into a third picture. Their style is sprawling, non-linear, psychological, and unafraid of dwelling in trauma while pressing forward to questions of reclamation and identity.
It sounds like they get it.
Yeah.
It sounds like they understand.
Just driving it home.
Yeah.
Driving home.
It's fun. I like the metaphor of like two puzzles trying to fit into a third picture.
To be honest, I guess I gotta read Manacled to really make any kind of informed opinion on it.
Yeah.
But I got like Fullmetal Alchemist vibes.
That's a great one. Oh, I know why you did. I read the same thing and I was like, homogenous?
Yeah. I got like Fullmetal Alchemist vibes. Which I'm not mad at. I enjoyed the book. It was a great read. Just very time consuming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But great read.
As long as no little girls get morphed with dogs, I'm good.
Yeah. Worse happens in this book.
Yeah.
Worse happens. Sorry guys, LA Unified School District is calling me. So, anyways,
they want you back.
They want me back, or they just want to give me some kind of message from my child. The next thing is, should we get into the advisory? I think we kind of already did that when we did the top of the thing. So let's go. Let's jump straight into the 5 hard questions.
Oh yeah, no, the advisory is just letting you all know.
Yeah.
That you as listeners, we'd love to have you stick around. 5 hard questions. We'll do a deeper dive on the book afterwards. Right now, we're going to answer 5 hard questions. This is our bread and butter. We've gone over this. So we'll reflect on the themes and then we'll go into the book. So if you want to stick around after the 5 hard questions, find out more about the book before you jump in, we'll let you know when we get into the spoiler zone. But with that said, we now enter the 5 hard questions.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
You want to take the first one or should I?
Oh, no, you should.
All right. Helena.
Yeah.
She gets part of her memory erased. If you could remove one chapter of your life entirely, not just forget it, but erase it, would you?
Erase, I think, means probably I always like using the word consequence because it's good or bad. The consequences of said experience. So say, let's just throw this out there. It's about, I say, my 2 years in El Salvador. You know, I then probably wouldn't know Spanish. I wouldn't be with the friends that I had from then.
Right.
All those things, right?
All those lessons learned.
So they would just be gone.
Yeah.
No benefits, but also no trauma, no whatever that came with it.
But would you forget? Well, I guess if you blipped the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, blipped the whole thing.
If that's the answer, or if that's the case, I should say. I don't know if there is a 2-year period in my life
that you want to get rid of,
that I would want to. You know?
Yeah.
There are times, definitely, and I always say that I've said this before. My 20s, early 20s, not from when I met Rachel Forward, because every day is a blessing with her, obviously. But before that, where there were days where I was like trying to figure things out, and I watched How I Met Your Mother every day for like all the way through the day until like this. I was like, oh, the sun's down. Wasted day. There are days like that where I was like, oh, when you're figuring things out, where I'm like, oh, if I could blip parts of certain years or
season
months,
8 of How I Met Your Mother,
possibly. I still love that show.
The last season is
the best. I love the ending. I'm with the group that said, "Oh, I was always Robin Scherbatsky all day." My cousins know this. But yeah, if I had to say, you know what, that time period altogether gone. No, I can't do it.
Yeah, I agree. That's super. I agree. It's super simple for me. You are the summation of your experiences. To have a 2-year blip would make you feel incomplete.
Okay, I'm just making sure. We're doing the 2-year thing because I said 2 years.
Yeah.
Not because of the question.
No. It's just if you could remove one chapter. The question said one chapter.
I mean, I guess if it was, no. Still, I know that there were, even with those days, there was something. There's probably a friendship formed, or some sort of moment.
Think about. Have you ever thought about how brief your relationships were as a child? Like, I have best friends when I was a kid, and it's like, damn, I knew them for at the longest maybe 9 or 10 months, and it felt like I knew them for years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get rid of that. Even for like my friends I met in passing, and it's like, oh, I knew them for 4 months. I knew them for 1 semester. I was at that school for 1 semester. And I met people who were like irreplaceable in my memory. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree.
You should watch For Your Eternity. This is a great question for For Your Eternity.
That's why I said it. All right. Question number 2. If your worst memory turned out false, or your best memory fabricated, which would shake you more?
Best memory fabricated.
Best memory.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Day. If I found out, guys, I didn't win that state championship.
Fuck.
You know, I never got that call. I'm not actually on that show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no. That's, yeah.
That's yeah. You have that dream where you're like, oh, I never met you. You know, like I never met my wife. I never, you know. Nope. I would take the fact that your worst memory turned out false, because that could be a good thing.
Yeah.
You know?
It could be a good thing, and then like for like biology, I think that the brain creates easier pathways to bad memories than good. So we really cherish those good memories.
What about Violet finding out that one thing? How about at the end of the first book? Don't spoil book 2.
The third book is the best.
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
But the end of the first book,
yes,
there's something that comes out, and you're like, oh, and that's something she's currently. I'm in it right now, Iron Flame, where she's still dealing with the consequences of that and her relationship with said person and those around it. Anyway, so I can see how both are tough, but I'd still, day one, I'm still going. I'm going to,
Yeah, you want to keep that best memory real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Question 3. In Alchemized, survival depends on cooperation. In friendships, is loyalty proven more in the everyday steady moments or in the rare crisis moments?
I think both. I think the day-to-days are super important because they don't have to be high stakes. I've said this before, where like my best friends are the ones that we didn't need events. We didn't need, you didn't have to have the newest game or like some great thing for me to come over. It just to save
shoot
place.
The shit all day for no reason.
But also, I know from experience of being in, we'll say in the shit or in the trenches with someone that you weren't with day to day, but because of that moment, because of that short stint of time,
it defined the depth of your relationship.
You're my boy now.
Yeah.
Or you're my person,
Yeah.
So, I'd say a little bit of both.
Yeah. I think that it happens naturally, like inherently. People fill different spaces in your life. When you're a kid and you're doing that thing where you're putting the circle block here, the star block here, you naturally allow people to fill the voids that you need. If not everyone allows that. Some people are, stunted, and, therapy's for everyone, you guys.
Yeah.
Not just for, people who are broken.
One of our sponsors is, no, we don't have that sponsor yet. But.
Oh, yeah, sponsors' views.
I know a therapist, though. I do know one.
So if you guys are looking for a therapist, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that that's one of the beautiful things about life. If you're open to it, the world does provide, if not answers, sounding boards. If not sounding boards, some kind of wisdom, where it might not be a specific answer, but it can lead you on the right path. And if it's not a pathway, it's going to tell you, well, I got nothing for you. And then you have to turn inwards, right?
Yeah.
So just to answer the question, is loyalty proven more in everyday steady moments or rare crisis moments? I agree with you. It's depending on what the situation needs. So, sometimes you need that. There are situations that I connected with, like those people I have these deep relationships that were really brief or very specific, that I'm like, I don't know if I would have handled that the same way with my long-term friend group, you know, because how we approach things, and vice versa. Like, I don't know if, or how comfortable I would have been bringing something that, I usually deal with my day-to-days to, like, the people who I may have shared this really deep trauma bond with or some shit. Just be specific. Yeah. So, yeah. Good question. Question number 4.
That's mine.
Oh, shit.
The last one. God.
Look at me getting ahead of it.
Yeah. You the last one. Darkness stains bonds.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. What's one boundary you believe a spouse or close friend must never violate, even under impossible pressure?
Communication. Communication.
Let's get specific with this.
So, like, sometimes people shut down. I say that lightly. I say sometimes, but everyone has a shutdown moment. Everyone has a moment where, like, I'd rather not talk, not act, not do anything with this person because I'm going to react in a way that I won't like and they won't like.
At which point, what do you do?
You should take a breather.
But communicate that. That's
and then
why
communicate.
Hey, let's take a pause.
If you're at the breaking point, take a breath. Hey, I am peaked right now. Are you ready? Can we discuss XYZ? And I'm in the space to just discuss it, or I'm not in the space to discuss this. Like, tell them where you're at, see where they're at, and then open up that line of communication. Because you guys might not be on the same. One of you guys might still be too hot.
Absolutely.
And there's no real communication happening, and you might be trying, right? And that's a wasted effort. So for me, I think it's important to first make sure that both parties are receptive. And if both parties are okay and receptive, then try it out. Not saying it's going to work. Sometimes that shit don't work.
Yeah.
You got to revisit.
But that's your best shot.
Yeah. Because, like, it's something I learned when I was younger. I don't know who, I would never, this old guy used to live by me. I had one place since I was like 17. And there's like this fucking, this might be one of my other later apartments actually. He was like, he wasn't homeless, he was just dirty. And so my friends remember this guy. So he used to always say like random shit to us. random, really memorable sayings. I don't know if this is one of his, but basically, what I learned from this guy was like you won't always love your partner. That love waxes and wanes. Sometimes it's full, sometimes it's crescent. Sometimes it's new, new moon time. Like, but as long as you're able to like communicate with them, you guys should be able to make it through. As long as you have the intention to make it through. That's why I think communication is like the end all be all, because like Michelle Obama actually recently went through some backlash for how she said that she had like a 10-year period where her and Obama were not good. They're not good.
No.
Yeah.
Divorce was on the table.
Divorce was on the table for 10 years. Yeah. And they had children, everything, And
I think it was while he was in office.
Yeah. It might have even started before, though. I think she said it started when they had kids. So, like, from early childhood age, and he's like still a senator, and into him being the president.
Because, and I know this is tangent, I'll just say it, because I've read both their books. Promised Land and then Becoming. She was upfront. She was clear. I do not want to go on this path. Mm-hmm. He, even though I love Obama, was like, it looks like this is the way we're going.
Yeah.
And she was like, the fuck we are.
Yeah.
But then they ended up, anyway, go ahead.
No, it's perfect backstory behind it. And so I think that without communication, just using that as an example, they wouldn't have made it. Marvin Sapp never would have made it. Mm-hmm. If you guys don't know that song, check it out.
You need to.
But yeah, I won't be longer than that. Communication.
No, that's always my answer too.
Yeah,
it's always communication. It's funny you say the love thing.
Yeah,
you might not. You're on. I would say not from experience because I like and love my wife at all times. Yeah. But from what I hear, you might not always like your partner.
Yeah,
you'll always love them.
So here's where I'm coming from. Let me play devil's advocate with
this. You
this.
said he was dirty. Okay, yeah. His quote doesn't need to be true all the time.
Hey, let me play devil's advocate with this. You know, I want to give my guy more credit being dirty.
Yeah.
Love and hate are the same coin. Mm-hmm. The capacity you have to hate someone is intrinsically tied to your capacity to love them. Mm-hmm. So when I say like you may not always love some person, it's literally on a spectrum.
Yeah,
you can literally love someone less. That doesn't mean that you like them less, or you want to fuck them less, or you want to be with them less. But the love that you have for that person can be, you can say
the needle can move.
It can move. It can thin out.
Yeah.
It can also thicken, you know? Yeah. And it's not just like partners, by the way. Yeah. This is family, friends, close friends, jobs, bosses, career paths, like passions. Like this is across the board. So you don't just attribute this to your significant other. This is across the board.
We did this early on.
Yeah.
500 Days of Summer.
Yes. If you guys have not seen it, that is the perfect example.
Yeah.
They did it perfectly.
Perfect smile, crooked smile.
Yeah.
Heart-shaped
birthmark. Freckles.
Cockroach-shaped freckles. I hate her cackle. Yeah.
Great movie.
Love that movie. Communication. Yeah. Absolutely. Close friends that you should never... What's the thing that you should never violate? You know, now this question had its day. I'll say that. There's probably a million like little like non-important, non-heavy things that I also think that they should never violate.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Day-to-day things, but we'll move on. Last one.
Question number 5. Mm-hmm. If memory defines identity and memories can be altered, who are we? The person we think we are, or the person others remember us as?
We talked about this earlier.
Yeah. I'm very serious about this topic.
Yeah.
I believe you are the summation of the life that you've accrued, which is not. It's more based on how other people view you. It's more of a summation of that than what you want to prove to be. The reason why is for something to be real, there has to be a communication that happens both ways. There has to be a sender and a receiver.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a real situation. So to bring us back to like the relationship aspect is something that me and I talk about all the time. So you've heard this a million times. Okay, I get it. I may not understand it. I may not agree, but as long as one person thinks of it or believes in it, it's now real to me. I have to understand that it's real to me now because it's real to them. Mm-hmm. It does me no justice, and it does them no justice by disagreeing for the sake of my own understanding of that problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
whatever they believe, if it's, significant other,
whatever their truth is,
you have to create some room for that. If you don't, you're doing your both of you guys a disservice, because your main goal is growth.
Because in that truth lies most of the time, or should be, the intention of why said thing happened. Rachel and I go through the same thing where I've had in my life, tread lightly, people that partners, whatever you want to say, where
who
I've had it. Oh no, dude, you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. This would be the one episode she listens to. Just kidding. I know you listen to all of them. But where explanation is not received or wanted, or is just shut down. Like, that's not my truth. I don't care.
Right.
So at that point, there's no growth for the relationship, for the friendship, whatever you want to call it. But at least for Rachel and I, going back to the question number 4, communication, a big thing we always try to make sure is that we validate both points of view, because no matter what, that was what their truth was in that moment.
Yeah.
Where their intention lied, and what I'm more the value is more into what their intention was, more so than what the outcome was, or whether it was like a slight comment that, because I'd rather know, oh, you made that comment because you felt that in that moment I was being dismissive,
right,
or whatever, which I can then understand and be like, oh, you felt that way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I made you feel that way, that was said that way.
Just that little understanding can completely change your approach. It can not going to get deep into it because fuck you guys and not your business, but it can completely change your relationship. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, the ability to learn that one lesson can completely change the dynamic of a relationship. Yeah. Where you go from, some people might say you're not the best communicator. You just live life and you don't give a fuck what's happening. Like, the world could be burning around you, and you're like, I got it. I got myself, so I'm good. And then, like, the understanding that you're not only willing, but you're able to create some kind of common ground to have communication in tough times goes a long way.
Game changer.
Yeah, goes a long way. So, yes, I do believe that you are the summation of the points of view that other people regurgitate back to you. Because they're putting a mirror up to you, and it's really the summation. You can't take it one for one. It's the summation of it.
Again, going back to, oh no, that was more reality versus what actually happened. I was gonna say 500 Days of Summer, but there are also like other films, songs, life stories, whatever, where you experience one thing while others experience another.
Yeah,
and that is. Just goes hand in hand with what we just said, what Cristiano was just saying, what we were discussing. Everyone's experience is different. We talked about that with history, where it could be one unit, one country, one whatever can highlight a war, an incident, an issue very differently from the opposing or from just the bystander.
Yep.
It'd be like, oh,
all different points of views,
all different vantage points. You know, so. I agree. I think the person we think we are, or the person others remember us as.
Yeah. Because one is, sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Just going off of like the verbiage of this question, one is still a figment.
Yes.
Right? Because that's who you think you are. And one has already been messaged, and now you're just receiving whatever that reception is.
That is more so evidence that you've given opposed to what you've conjured in your mind.
Exactly. So one is more tangible, and I think that the message that you're getting back from the world is way more important. I'm not gonna say way more important. Important's the wrong word, because I do think that the message that you're sending yourself is very important. It's foundational.
Yeah, it would affect the other list.
Yes,
very much so.
Yes, it's foundational.
Yeah, a healthy first one would affect this the second list.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But what you're getting back, I think it's kind of undervalued right now.
Yeah.
I think that we're in this era of caring less what other people think and not understanding that, you know, making anyone feel some kind of way is not the way to go. To make a whole room, to make a whole country, to make any group of people feel other or less than or whatever the fuck you're putting off, even if it's something like fucking random, you know, it's not saying you have to change it, but it's okay to have introspection. I don't ever care about people changing how they act. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's okay, and I think that it's worth the introspection of it, though. Don't just live life fucking willy-nilly and, you know, not care about the fires that you light.
Who you affect, yeah. That is the biggest pet peeve. I know for both of us.
Yeah.
Inconsiderate, unaware.
Fucking awful.
But guys, that was our 5 hard questions.
Great questions.
They were great.
It was good. Rachel should have been. She could have did these ones.
Yeah,
that would have been fun. That'd have been fun. This is some therapist shit.
I got to throw you under the bus somehow during this call. The fact that he said, "Who was that with? What was her name?"
Just, hey,
one of these days.
Hey, you know,
one of these
people want to know.
You won't see that bus coming.
All of our followers.
There's never anyone before, nor will there be anyone after.
Yeah, that's it. You are everything.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's get back into the deep dive. You know what we didn't? I know we did like the written or like what we like the micro synopsis.
Yeah.
We need an
overview.
We need an overview. We need the homie overview. So you you get to do this one.
Yeah.
For unknown reasons. You get to do this one.
Yeah. And then
and the way we frame this, I just decided, is your role is the homie. And I need to know what this book is about.
Okay. And this is
so break it down to me.
This is our lead up to a deep dive.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me break it down. This Alchemized is, as the title, intends, it's based in alchemy. So not so much magic, but a scientific world in which fantastical things happen. So don't
Nicholas Flamel?
Nicholas Flamel. Or Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not so much magic, whereas it's more as there's a scientific reason why these things are happening. They lean very hard into alchemic principles. So you'll hear terms like I'm gonna fucking butcher this, but metallurgy, right? So the study of metals. You'll pyromancy, right? Animancy, vivomancy, necromancy, right? And so all these are disciplines of alchemy. And so I say if you come from a line of metallurgist, right? So your alchemy is different kinds of metal. It can be copper, it can be iron, it can be silver, it can be gold, whatever. You're gonna be a part of a certain discipline. So some of the main characters, let me run you guys through some of the main characters really quickly.
Yes,
top of mind. So you have Luke, you have Layla Beard, you have Soren Beard, you have Sebastian, you have Elena Moreno,
Cain Farron.
And I'm naming these people because they all have different disciplines.
Oh, gotcha.
So Helena is a vivomancer.
Healer.
Basically, think of Viva as like life.
Viva.
Yeah, there we go.
To live.
And so anyone who does vivomancy is capable of necromancy. That's a huge distinction in this book. Necromancy is not looked well upon.
Yeah.
So the necromancers are the big bads. There's a group of necromancers called the Undying. They are ran by a guy named Morrow. Morrow has been around for hundreds of years. He's the necromancer. Okay? And then he has a crew of people who do things, and he grants them immortality to do what he says. And that's why I call them Undying. Go figure. The other side of this battle of good and evil are the resistance. And the Resistance are a group of alchemists, and they're made up of not just necromancers, but metallurgists as well. Pyromancy is the holy grail of this, though. So you have like the regular pyromancers, but then you also have like Luke. He's a part of I forgot the name of the line, but he's a part of like a certain bloodline to where he has something like holy fire. So his fire is different. And as a pyromancer, he doesn't just create fire. He can also turn like carbon into gold. So he can do like, his family is infinitely rich. It's something that's brought up multiple times in the story, because they can create as much money as they want, as much riches as they want. Also, obviously, the best fire wielders. Then you have people like Helena. Although Helena is kind of looked down upon because she's foreign, she was exceptional. So she was accepted into the Institute. And at the Institute, that's where she met Luke, Layla, Sebastian, Soren, and they're all friends. They're all childhood friends. And basically they grow up to be badasses. And they grow up to... Cain. She met Cain, right? And so they grow up to be all great alchemists in their own right. Everyone except, I guess Cain too. They all end up being part of the Resistance. And so that's the battle between good and evil, right? Is the Resistance versus the Necromancers. You start off with Helena. She wakes up from a stasis. I think it's like a 2-year period where she was asleep. She slept. Basically, the Resistance lost the war. It's not a spoiler, guys.
Not a spoiler at all.
It's one of the first things you read in the book.
Yeah.
So the Resistance loses the war. She gets put to sleep because she's a prisoner of war. She gets woken up 2 years later. And you start to meet some of the big bads like Mandel, etc. Stroud. The story follows Helena Moreno as she not just like regains her memory, but navigates what happened. Like what happened in this 2-year blip between her being a healer and being a part of, the Resistance to them losing the war. And her relationship between the people that she's lost, the people that she wants to find, and the people who are holding her captive, because these people obviously know her. And she's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't remember you. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. That's a overview.
The only thing I'll say about the undead, is that right from the beginning, they say that Helena sees figures that look like people that she knew.
Yeah,
she sees the bodies of people that she knew being used by the undead, because that is one of the abilities that these necromancers.
Yeah, there's different kinds of undead. You have like the undying, who are the people who are gonna. Sorry, the people who are granted immortality. You have the. What are they called? Lips.
Yeah.
They're like temporary bodies that are already dead. They've already died, but they put basically a soul into them to stay for a certain period of time until they get like a permanent body. You have the necro. I can't really remember what it's called or say it correctly, but anyways, you have like all the high necromancers, they're able to like raise the dead, but they're not like, they're like shadows.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like shadows of the dead. They're like real bodies, but they're
mind's gone,
soul's gone.
Yeah,
you
can't interrogate said form. Yeah.
And so there's different kinds of like different levels of the necromancy that's happening. All necromancy is like frowned upon though. And so basically you have one side that's trying to usher in a new kind of history where necromancy is okay. This is Moro's side, right? Because he literally takes over the country. He's doing deals. He's trying to build relationships with the surrounding countries. He's building favor with like influential families, right? The guild families, etc. And letting them know, like, I can give you eternal life. I can help you live forever. You just have to have faith and believe and work for me.
Yeah.
And that's where I know we said it earlier, where it gets into like things of like faith and religion, politics.
Heavily, yeah.
Right. So it definitely leans into not every, but a lot of like the real life things that we would deal with day to day. So politics, religion, interpersonal relationships, friendships, family, lineage, xenophobia. You can keep going. There's a lot of like ongoing themes that Alchemised goes into.
Okay.
So with that being said, we kind of already did start, but let's go into the deep dive.
Deep dive. Yeah.
So let's go over some themes and threads, which kind of goes over, high level we've already been talking about. So memory as battleground, so erased versus, erased or weaponized, right? And both of those things happen. Obviously, main character had her memory wiped, or she wiped her own memory. And then like memory as like, weaponized, or the thought of someone being weaponized, whatever the case may be. Autonomy, consent, the politics of the body, all those are big themes here. The psychological cost of rewriting your past, which is, ties into the 5 questions we got into. Helena and Cain, their rivalry as students, warped obsession. I think that's like one of the themes that probably be understated in like the reviews and critiques of this book. It was strange. The obsession thing was pervasive and strange. And in this book's case, it was basically hereditary to a family where they were like obsessive. Strange too. Non-linear narrative as memory map, which is okay. The shadow of fanfic origins in mainstream literature. Obviously, you get those. Unreliable memory and thoughts that you still hold on to anyway.
Yeah.
So much happens in a book. It kind of that kind of undersells. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a lot to cover.
It's a lot to cover. I think one of the biggest things that for those who haven't interacted with this book or don't haven't read it, it's 1,000 pages.
It's 1,000,
and you feel every second of it. It goes. Don't get me wrong. The character development is great.
Yeah.
The plot is interesting. The prose is amazing. Like that's what keeps you going for the 1,000 pages, right? It's just a lot of information. Like there was times where I found myself like, damn, I need to go back and read this so I can remember and have the effect that I'm looking for in this moment, But I do think that in terms of like the deep dive part, it does bring up very important conversations. Like,
would you say that there was a good side?
Be more specific.
Was there one side that you felt absolutely had it right?
No, because I think that the book definitely leans into like the yin yang thing, where there's good and evil and good, and this how cyclical that can be.
Yeah,
I think that's definitely one of the themes that it leans into.
It stays in the gray.
Yeah. And just when you think that you've like drawn a conclusion, you get more information. It makes you redraw redraw that conclusion. That definitely happened a few times reading this book. Like, there's characters where I was like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Or fuck this lady, or whatever the case may be. Or, damn, why are you acting like this? Why are you thinking like this? Why would you fall for this? Or, why do you feel like this? Or, you know, I'll save that part, actually, for the spoiler section. But, so you have these questions, and due to how it's written and how it's structured, you keep redrawing these lines around the characters that you're reading. It's definitely a character-driven book, which is interesting because in like longer form books, they tend to lean more on like the universe they built, you know? So especially when you have like any kind of academia thing, they lean into academia and, you know, matriculating to like the different levels of academia and the different levels of power and all. No. Like, this book does not lean into like power levels and matriculation and although they do meet at an institute, and that is a really key setting. It's not a huge plot point.
No,
it's very, very heavily relies on character growth, character development, characters' flaws, character depth. And that's what drives the story. I think that's probably, for me personally, that was, I think, one of the strongest points of the book that anyone can kind of like read this book and take from.
It felt like the war itself was such a character, like it was such an important part, the effects of it.
Yeah.
That it was an ongoing, like when you say redrawing the lines. Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to bring up there's no, like, you go Red Rising, the golds are wrong. We know that there's like a, you know, even if they say for the betterment of everyone, we know the Reds are getting screwed over. You know, you go to Brave New World, same thing. You know, this caste system does not work. Whereas this one, I do feel like SenLin like wanted to push or clarify, not clarify. Yeah. You know, there's no clarity on what's good. There is, you know, the bad guys. Yeah. There's the good guys, and how it's written, but it's not clear as day. Yeah, the biggest bad in the book, and I'm trying not to lean too much into the spoilers, but the biggest bad in the book will have you asking, is he actually the bad guy? Yeah. You know, like that. By the time you end the story, the person who is the worst person in the book will also be one of your favorite people in the book. Yeah. Not because of how bad they are, but because that distinction is blurred, as you were just saying. Why didn't he just snap his fingers and put double the amount of food and nutrition towards the people in the universe? Thanos, you know? Instead of just snapping us out. It's selfish. It would have been more of the same. Yeah. We would have doubled again. Yeah, you went to Costco and bought all the toilet paper. Yeah. Same thing. That's why you got to have a bidet. Yeah. See? That's the real answer. That's the real answer. It always comes back to the bidet. Yeah. So have we spent enough time out of the spoiler zone? Yeah, I think so. I think that the rest of what we can do can easily be deep dive. Yeah. I mean, spoiler zone. Spoiler zone. So let's go into the spoiler zone. You know, I'm ready to get in there. All right. So probably one of the... It was a spoiler. The whole book, all the evil versus good, is driven by a sibling rivalry. Yeah. Rivalry. Yeah. Between Moro. Sorry, guys, I don't remember his fucking book name. They only said it like once or twice in 1,000 pages. Starts with a C, though. Yeah, there we go. You got it. So him and his brother, who they have like a spat. One brother wants to be loved and adored. He has the power to it. He passes this on. This is Luke's great granddad. And so basically he creates the Institute. He creates all the paladins. He's a pyromancer. He's also an animancer. But he doesn't talk about that part. Of course he is, because his twin brother is also an animancer and a vivimancer. And he becomes a necromancer.
And so basically there's a battle between their ideologies, and the necromancer brother actually wins. Sorry guys, but the pyromancer's, his twin brother, Moro's twin brother, passes down an ideology of faith that is heralded as the winner. Mm-hmm. But like historically, over time, if you read the book, Moro kind of won for 500 years.
Yeah.
And then he ended up losing because he got old as fuck. And there wasn't a lot of ways that he can continue to live. So how he lived so long, obviously he was a vivimancer, so he can like fix things that are going on with his body, but there's a limit to that. So he started creating like the undying. So he started to create people who were immortal. The immortal people, basically, some of them didn't know, some of them knew, whatever. But they got their power by, he would like take a piece of himself called like a phylacteral, something like that, phylactery, and he'll take a piece of himself, imbue it, and then basically they became a life source for him, right? So as
a Horcrux,
they became a Horcrux. So 1, 2, skip a few. As the Horcruxes or the Undying started to be killed, he started to weaken. And so, yeah, one of the biggest spoilers in the book is that he was going to die anyway. Layla Beard does go fucking kill him. But she did that just to, like, honor Luke's name and shit. But she does go kill him. He was going to die anyway, though, guys. Sorry. Also, other spoilers. I guess this is point of view spoiler, but so in the book, there's like a sexual assault part that happens. Come to find out, that's her actual boyfriend. Yeah. She just didn't remember that was her fucking boyfriend, and she didn't know that her boyfriend was in a tentative position. I don't know if that's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. Tenuous. There we go. Her boyfriend was in a tenuous situation where he was actually saving her life and his life by acting cruel and impartial to her. At the point in which she does start to reclaim her memories, she gets pregnant. And the strain of like developing a baby, it broke down. She's the one. She erased her own fucking memories, by the way. Yeah. She erased her own memories because she wanted to protect him. Yeah. So Cain. Basically, her and Cain grew a relationship because she got the fucked up way and the way they put it in the book. She got whored out. She got whored out by the good side. The good side actually wasn't so great because they also did evil shit, and so they whored out her to Cain to make him come to heal. Little did they know, he was already on their side. Yeah. Too late, whatever. No one trusts anyone at this point. They end up falling in love. They did the ditty. She wasn't supposed to because it's shamed upon. It's shamed, they weren't married. Want to skip a few. They lose the war. Cain is before, during, and after. Cain's feeding information to the Resistance, helping the Resistance until they lose. So the Resistance fucking loses in like fabulous fashion. Luke fucking so he actually gets fucked up. He was trying to protect Layla. He gets captured. Moro, the big necromancer, fucking he did something to him. He wasn't like undying, but he was kind of like the undying, to where like Moro put a piece of himself in him and was like taking over his mind. He was a lich. That's what he's a lich. And so technically he was already dead in a way, but no one knew except for she didn't find out. She almost found out, and so he punched her across the fucking room, broke her fucking sternum. Helena, by the way. And so anyways, Moro impregnates Layla. Layla thinking that's Luke. They actually do have a son, but Moro impregnated Layla because he needs a body. Sorry, guys, a long way around in the spoiler. So the reason why Moro needs a body, he needs a fresh animancer in order to put it, because he doesn't want to, like, he can put himself into like a pyromancer or a vivimancer, but he wants the full scope of power that he has right now. So he wants to be put into an animanced body, which is very, very rare. It's the rarest alchemy. And so that's why he impregnates Layla via Luke, because Luke is an animancer.
He wants Paul.
And Layla gets pregnant with Apollo, who they call Paul. Want to skip a few. Luke dies, kills his best friend Sebastian. Layla's brother Soren dies as well, which sucks because he was a cool dude. Fucking Layla's other brother Titus, who was like this warrior guy that before the book starts got fucking hit in the head with an axe. He has brain damage, got healed by Helena. Anyways, he was fucking cutting pieces of his mom off.
He was cuckoo. He wasn't aware of it.
Cannibalism in the book. Spoiler. What other spoiler can I get to? A couple seconds. Let's say. It does have a happy ending. Yeah. Kind of. As a happy ending that like the big bad dies. It has a sucky ending in that you think that that Cain, Farron, is the biggest bad, and really he's not. He was stuck between a rock and a hard place. He was just trying to save everyone. Yeah. He was Itachi. That when I was reading that, I was like, oh shit, he's Itachi, but times 100. He does get his happy ending though. So him and Helena live out the rest of their life on an island. Their daughter Edith, named after Cain's mom, ends up linking up with Apollo or Paul at the Institute. And the book kind of ends with them talking about how history remembers their parents wrong. Layla, she kind of reclaimed her lineage and her name, but you know, people still kind of remember Luke begging for immortality and getting his head stomped in by Moro, which was fake. He was already dead by then, but Moro set it up, so that's what people believe. Yeah. And then for Edith, everyone remembers her dad as a fucking mass murderer, because he was a mass murderer. He killed a lot of people. He killed more people than anyone else in the book, but it was all by order. And everybody he killed, all the bad shit that he did, everything was for someone else. It was for his mom, who got caught and tortured for 4 months by Moro. It was for Helena, who got caught and tortured for years. Yeah. Right? So everything he did was for someone else. He was actually the most selfless person. So the most horrible person in the book is actually the most selfless person in the book. And there's a lot to read. There's 1,000 fucking pages, guys.
1,000 pages.
So
1,000
check it out.
Pages. Not one less.
Yeah.
A couple more. But yeah. Alchemised, guys.
Check it out. It's worth the read if you can take it. Not one that you're going to sit through like today and get through it tomorrow, though.
I mean, unless you read that quick.
Yeah. So.
But I doubt it.
If you got the time, check it out.
Highly. I'm sure you've already seen it on your feeds.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. That's why we wanted to get on it quick.
If you guys have questions or comments, hit us up. I enjoyed the book. Stratton enjoyed the book.
So much.
We'd love to chat with you guys about it. So let us know.
Yeah. Pick our brains. Like we said, we will do Manacled at some point. Yeah. Probably not as an episode, but just in general. Let you know what we think about it at that point.
Next week, we're getting out of the fucking dumps.
I mean, are we?
Kinda.
I mean, emotionally, yes.
Emotionally, yes. And there's comedy. There's lots of comedy.
There's so much comedy.
Lots of comedy.
I'm excited. Comedy.
I'm excited.
We actually have guests too.
Yes.
This week, next week, you'll be seeing it. But this week, we will be covering Book 2 of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Okay.
And we will have the guests from the Bricked Up Book Club. We'll go ahead and tag them in there. But that's going to be Tim, David, and Max. And we're going to have them as guests. We're going to go over Book 2. And then we also will be having a mini-sode of Matt Dittman's upcoming book, Operation Bounce House, which we have the
Arc.
arc of. So we're currently reading that. I can only tell you so much.
You just have to wait for that episode.
You'll have to wait and check it out. But yeah, I'm glad we were able to get this one in.
Yeah. I gotta pee.
Yeah, me too, dude. Guys, we drink a lot while we're here.
Yeah. So we will see